we need to do is export the file. So in InDesign, we'll go under the File menu and pull the cursor down to Export. Now you have two choices here. You have interactive or print here. Well, actually you have a lot of choices, but for PDFs, if this is where you're going to hand it in as PDF, interactive is what you want if it's going to be read on screen. So I'm going to select that, select a destination. It's going to go into the same folder, and I will click Save. Okay, now there's a few things you want to change here, possibly. Under General, Pages All, you probably want all of the pages. If you don't, you can set a range here. You should probably put 1-4. Export as pages. This isn't going to matter unless you forgot to take off facing pages. You don't want to have this report in as spreads, so make sure this is set to pages and not spreads. You don't want to create separate PDF files. And viewing, again, you can set this default. You can set it to fit page if you want, and that way when it opens, it should fit on the page in whatever viewer, whoever's looking at it on what screen. Handy, check on view after exporting, and the rest of this stuff you can just leave normal. Under compression, because you're usually sending these things around by some form, email or whatever, Dropbox, whatever, you don't want the file size to get too huge, and so it will use JPEG compression to make the file size of the images smaller. I do recommend that you check and see how big your file size gets. Maximum, if your image quality is really important, which I assume it is, then set the JPEG quality to maximum. You have a number of options. Low, if you set it to low, you will get it'll definitely degrade the image, but the file size will be smaller. So if you have a lot of pictures, you might want to change it, say from maximum to medium, and just see what your images look like. I'll leave it on medium now for now so we can see what happens. Resolution 144 pixels per inch actually seems pretty low, but it's actually not for when you're viewing it on screen. A lot of screens, actually, if you check the size and the resolution of a lot of computer screens, they are around 150 pixels per inch, so that's not bad. When I click Export here, Advanced, there's probably nearly not anything you need to set there. Security, you can use a password to restrict printing. You can use a password to open the document. Probably not going to use it for this. I'll just hit Export. And you can see it's doing all this stuff here, and now it's opened it in Acrobat Pro. You'll notice that the page fits as I scroll through the pages. You can see there's not much in here. So that is exporting to a PDF